Hey, what's going on, guys? How's it going? This lesson is about the pentatonic minor scale, the introduction to the pentatonic minor scale. I'm going to show you the pentatonic minor in the root position. And what I mean by root position is your first finger is going to start on the first note, which is the root, and you're going to play through the scale, and we're only going to stay within this one position. Okay? In future lessons, in other lessons, we're going to go up and down the whole fretboard with this. But for now, this is only the introduction, so I'm going to show you in root position, and I'm going to explain a little bit of theory about it, okay? So basically, the pentatonic minor scale looks like this, okay? It's a very easy to remember pattern. This is typically the first scale that many guitar players are taught because it's very easy to remember and it's very easy to begin improvising in, okay? So, the white dots indicate the root, alright? So this scale can be played anywhere. Alright, so if I were to start with the root, the white dot, on the 5th fret, on the low E string, I'd be playing the A pentatonic minor scale because the 5th fret is the note A. Okay, and this is everything on the guitar is movable. So I can play the scale anywhere. If I was to start this scale on the 7th fret, which is the note B, I would then be playing the B pentatonic minor scale. Okay, this can be played anywhere. The pattern is going to be the same. It just depends on where your root note is. Alright, so a little bit of theory about the pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale essentially uses 5 of the 7 notes of the full diatonic scale. Now, because we're talking minor, this uses 5 of the 7 notes of the natural minor scale. Okay, so if you haven't reviewed that lesson, check that lesson out on the natural minor scale. But this uses 5 of the 7 notes of the natural minor scale. So I'm going to change the diagram here. So now you see how I have the natural minor scale. That's just the additional notes there. Okay, so just going through one octave, which means from the first white dot until you reach the second white dot, that means one octave, you'll see that there's only 2 additional notes. So looking at the diagram you see now, which is the natural minor scale, we have 7 notes. And then it starts over. Okay, so now back to the pentatonic minor scale. You'll see there's only 5 notes. And then it starts over. So the pentatonic scale uses 5 of the 7 notes of the full diatonic scale, okay? So that's a little bit of theory behind it. Okay, so now, how can you use this in your playing? Basically, the pentatonic minor scale is very, very easy to remember. It's a very easy pattern to visualize and remember. So you need to know that if you're in a minor key, if the band is playing in a minor key, say the band is playing in the key of A minor, you can then play your A minor pentatonic scale using any of the notes in any order, and you can begin to improvise using that framework, okay? So I'm going to use my loop pedal, and I'm going to lay down a simple chord progression in the key of A minor. It's going to contain the chords A minor, G, and D, okay? It's Mary Jane's Last Dance chord progression. So that's going to sound like this. Okay, so now I have that looped. Alright, so that's in the key of A minor. You don't need to know why that's in the key of A minor yet. That's for later lessons. But just know that I can now use this framework, which is the pentatonic minor scale, to improvise over that. So I'm going to do very, very simple improvisation. I'm just going to go up and down the scale. I'm not going to do any crazy fancy stuff, but you'll see how I can begin to use these notes, okay? Okay, so very, very simple pattern. I was only using the notes of that pattern. Okay, now obviously you can get a lot more technical than what I was just doing right there. You can bend, you can slide, you can move out of the position, you can do all kinds of stuff. But what I wanted to show you was I was improvising over a chord progression in the key of A minor, and I was using the A minor pentatonic scale over it. Okay, so this is very, very useful to get you started in lead playing, okay? To get you past the point of just playing chords and stuff to actually start playing lead licks, okay? And you can add bends and you can add all kinds of stuff. You know, you can add anything you want, but it's your framework, okay? So you have a framework, and now this works for any key. If I was to play in a chord progression in the key of G minor, I would then play my G minor pentatonic scale over that chord progression. Okay, so that's the introduction to the pentatonic minor scale. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right, thanks a lot.